Hi, welcome to Copenhagen. Thanks for dropping in. Hope everybody is doing well. Today I want to talk about why I keep my spare diamond painting drills. A few weeks ago I did a review of this diamond painting kit, and during the review I found out that I was missing one bag of colour. In fact, it was all of that colour. So I found that I was missing number 8, which is DMC code 740. So I've done everything I could do, but there are areas here where there are no drills. It's not that obvious looking at it, but if I turn the light pad on, it might show up. We'll have a look. So I have no drills through this section here, across here, quite a big area here, up here, some up here, some in here, around the flower and down the side and over here and down there and down the bottom. So you can see it wasn't just one or two drills short, because that's why people tend to keep drills from previous kits. Just in case you're a few drills short, you would have some that you could use to finish the picture. In this case it was a lot, so I went to the box where I keep the spare drills. I have two baseball card boxes. One is for square drills, one is for round, and I put the drills in resealable plastic bags, and I have a label on them with the DMC code. So this one is round drills, so I got the box out for rounds, and I had a look in it to see if I had any 740. So this is what I found. I do actually have quite a few. I think it's going to be enough to actually finish this. But after I did the review, I contacted the company, explained I was missing the drills, and they said that they would send them out to me. That was a month ago and I still don't have them. They could be on their way, just taking a long time, but this is a Halloween picture. We are now past Halloween, so I sort of missed the chance to put it up during the Halloween period. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to use the spare drills, and I can see when I look at it, these drills are from different kits, and some are they're different shades of orange. But considering this picture, I really don't think it's going to make any difference. If it was going to make a difference, I would probably separate them. I've got an orange that is quite bright compared to the other one. I would probably separate them if I really needed the bright one or the darker one. In this case, because I've got so many oranges and browns, I'm just going to mix them, and I'm sure it will look absolutely fine. If the drills do turn up, I'll put them in as my spares, so I've still got spare 740s if I need to use them in the future. So what I'll do now is I'll lower the camera and I'll actually start filling this in, so you can see just how I work, and we can have a look at it and see if it looks okay with two different shades of 740. So I'll just lower the camera and we can have a look. So now that we're a bit closer, you can maybe see the symbols of these X's that come down here, and then up here as well, and then you can see this section here, the light is actually reflecting off of the glue. So if I turn the light pad on, it will become more obvious. So you can see all these X's. So these are all the missing DMC 740s. So I've got my tray, and I'll get the bag, pour some drills in. seal the bag so I don't lose any, and then give the tray a shake. I don't try and get all of the drills the right way up, I just give it a bit of a shake. Use the ones that are sitting right, and then just shake the tray again and get some more. So I'm going to try with tweezers. I find that some drills, some round drills from some companies work fine with tweezers. Some others don't. The tweezers tend to slide up and over them. The edge around the bottom isn't high enough for the tweezers to grip. No idea about these. So what I tend to do with rounds is I'll give them a try. If the tweezers aren't really picking them up, I'll just switch to a pen. So I'll give it a bash. So I think I'll start, what have we got in the camera? I'll start here, I think. So basically all it is all the missing drills are the same colour. As I said, the drills in this bag, I know they are different. There's at least 2 shades. That is very common because when they create the drills, it's like a die lot. If they have to change anything, sometimes the die is a bit more or a bit less, so you'll get sort of different slightly different shades of the same colour. That's why when you get a diamond painting kit, you're best to use the drills that come with the kit, because they are probably all going to be the same shade. If they're not, if you scatter them, like don't try and pick out all of one shade and all of the other and then use them, because it makes it more obvious. If you've got a chunk of all the same colour and another chunk of the same colour, you might notice it, but in general you probably wouldn't. But I would just tend to use them as I pick them up, and then they aren't as obvious. So I'm not even thinking about what I'm picking up here. I'm just basically reaching for a drill and placing it. This one's a bit iffy. Okay, that one can go in the junk pile. Something wrong with it. That's better. So it's just a matter of going around and finding all these missing X's. It is a lot easier if you use a light pad. That's why I like to use light pads. It's really easy to see if you've missed a drill, because the light shines through. Sometimes, especially with dark colours like 310 black, if you miss a black drill in a bunch of black, a lot of times you won't actually notice it because the background colour is black. But when you switch a light pad on, it suddenly stands out. So as I said, I contacted the company. They said that they would send a bag. The problem is it can take quite a long time. So if I had really been wanting to get this finished for Halloween, I could have done it using these spare drills, but I just thought I would wait and see how long it took. But now we're talking a month, and I thought I would just do this video just to let people see why I keep the spares. Realistically, it would normally be maybe a few drills. It wouldn't be as many as this, but if you do keep the drills every time you finish a kit and keep them, you will end up with quite a stockpile, and things like this can happen. I did have another kit quite a while back where I had no 310 at all, and it had a lot of 310 in it. Unfortunately, I had waited a long time before I decided to check that I had all the the bags, and I found out I was missing a lot of 310. I contacted the company, and they said because it had been so long, they wouldn't supply the drills. Luckily enough, 310 is the one that I have most spare. I have thousands of them, so it wasn't really an issue, but it was a sort of test of customer service as well. Some companies will replace drills no matter how long you've had the box. Others will maybe give you 30 days. Some may give you 60 days. Some it's a week. So there is no hard and fast rule. It's really down to the company. But that particular company had just said, "Oh, it's been too long. We're not going to send any." So the chances of me buying from that company again are very slim. And that's what happens if you give poor customer service. You're going to lose customers. But on the flip side of that, really, we should be checking. I actually did a video about that, but we should be checking the drills when we receive the kits. Just make sure we've got all the colours, and if we don't, we contact the company. And most companies, if not all, will supply or replace any missing drills, but it is better to do it sooner rather than later. But I have built up quite a stockpile of spare drills now, so I'm not that worried. I'm sure I've got some that I don't have a lot of spare, but in this case I'm sure I've got enough to get this done. And as I said, if the spare drills do turn up, I'm going to switch to a pen. It's just taking too long to pick them up. Yeah, if they do turn up, all I'll do is switch them. Do I even have wax in this? I don't. That's how often I use a pen. I just reached up and picked the pen up, and it has no wax. They don't work very well without wax. So just fill the pen again, poke a hole in the wax. What I do with the pens is I just press the wax in with my finger, and then I wipe around the edges for any overspill. When I use a pen, I'm very gentle. I just basically touch the drill, I don't press on it. And then the same with the glue, I just touch the drill to the glue. You don't need to press the drills. If you do and you've just filled your pen, it tends to squish some pink wax out of the tip. So what I do is maybe to put down about 5, and then just again wipe the end. I got some there, just wipe around the edge as well, and you will find a little bit of wax. If you don't do that, the wax will fall off and end up in between drills somewhere, and you've got to try and pick it out between the drills, which is annoying. So that's the way that I do it. We all have our own techniques, but I don't press, that's the main thing. And I find that I think I've actually pulled most of the wax out of that. Yeah, it's a new strip of wax. I've no idea which company it came from, because I have a huge bag of pink wax, because normally I use tweezers. I'll try again. I don't have this problem with tweezers. So I'll just do part of this, and then I'll switch the light pad off so we can see it in normal light and see if you think there is anything obviously out colour wise. I really don't think there will be, because of the style of this picture. There's so many oranges and browns. There are 19 colours in this, and looking at it, it basically looks like black, brown and orange, but there are 19 colours. So I still do the checkerboard for anybody who's new or thinking about diamond painting. The checkerboard technique is where you place every second drill, so you end up with all these spaces. And the idea behind that is that if you do it this way, you leave all these spaces and then you go back and fill them in, and it helps to keep things nice and straight, because when you push in the drills to the gaps, it moves the drills around it, it sort of squeezes its way in, and that helps to straighten things up. Whereas if you work just one drill after another going in a line, it's more difficult to keep things straight. So the drills are actually guiding themselves into the gap, and if any drills are sort of over in their area, when you press it down it'll push the drill to the side and against the one next to it, so it just tidies things up. So I don't know how many drills are missing, probably a couple of hundred at least, I think, but luckily I have enough. So I think I'll just finish the pumpkin. One more. So that looks better. So now I've got the flower, this area, there's more further up, but what I'll do is I'll just finish this. I don't really see the point of talking all the time, there's not that much to say. I'll just fill the rest in, and then I'll come back and we can have a look at the picture, see if you can tell where I put these drills, because they didn't come with the kit. And I have no idea which kits they came from, I have no idea how long I've had them. It could be 3 years, maybe, no sorry, 4 years. Time flies when you enjoy it, when you are enjoying yourself. So I've always kept spares, just on the off chance. I've used them a few times, but not that much. But it's just handy to have them there in case things like this happen. It could have been that I wanted this done for Halloween, maybe as a gift, or I hang diamond paintings up at work. I put up a new one every month at the beginning of the month, and I did have a Halloween one, so I wasn't looking to use this one, but it could have been that I wanted to get this one done in time for Halloween to hang up and be part of the Halloween decorations at work. And if I didn't have spare drills, I couldn't have got it done. As I said, I could have had this done, but I thought I would just hang off a bit and do it as a video, just to explain why it can be a good idea to keep the spares. This is a good example, but as I said, normally it would just be you're a few drills short. Normally it's not like a whole bag, but that hasn't been a problem for me because I've got so many. This is the thing, it's like I said, I'll stop here, but you know, it's like when you're diamond painting, you can't help but fill in the gaps. It's like when you're diamond painting and you have to go up for work and you think, okay, I'll just finish this colour and then I'll go to bed. And then you think, there's only a few of this colour, I'll just finish this colour before I go to bed. And then before you know it, it's 2 o'clock in the morning and you have to go up at 6. Been there, done that many times. So I'm going to stop in a minute. Okay, I'm going to stop now. So as I said, I'll do the rest and then I'll come back and we can have a look at it. We'll have a close-up look and I'll do a little scroll down so we can just see how it all looks, and I'm sure it's going to look absolutely fine. So I'll be back in a bit. So that is it, finished. I filled in all the rest of the missing drills. I don't see anything wrong with it at all. I don't think anybody could tell that I used drills from other kits. As you can see, the colours matched in absolutely fine. As I said, it depends what you're working on. This one, the colours are all mixed in, so I didn't have to think about the different shades of orange, and it's worked absolutely fine. If it had been a kit where there was a section all of the same like chunk of one colour, I would have picked through the drills to find the colour that matched the best and then taken all of them out and used them to fill the section up. But that would be more for a section that you would be colour blocking. That means just one section that is all exactly the same colour. When you've got things like this one where a lot of different colours are all blended in to do the shading, it really doesn't matter, and it looks absolutely fine to me. So still waiting on the replacement drills. That's been a month. I am expecting them because they seemed pretty keen to fix the problem. They actually went and got a kit, the same kit, and opened it up just to make sure that that kit had all of the colours and it wasn't a production problem where all of these kits were missing the same DMC code. So they opened one up and they took a picture of it and they sent it to me and said this one is fine. So I've just been really unlucky and had one colour missing in this kit, but these things happen. The main time that you would need replacement drills is when you are a few drills short of what you need, and it would only be a few, maybe 10, 20, 30, maybe something like that. This one, at least a couple of hundred drills were missing, but that was because it was one whole bag. So yeah, I mean, it turned out really good. It missed Halloween, but that isn't really a big issue. It will be up on the wall somewhere next Halloween. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I just thought I would show why it can be a good idea to keep your spare drills and how to keep them. Put them in a bag, stick a label on it with the DMC code, and then just keep them on the off chance that you need them. I wouldn't separate individual bags by shade because you could end up with 10 different or very slightly different colours from 10 different kits, and then you just end up with bag after bag of basically the same DMC code. I find it easier just to put them all in one bag. If it says DMC 740, it's DMC 740, and then I can just match the shade up with whatever I need in a kit in the future if it has missing drills. So hopefully some people found that useful. I'm glad it's finished. I think it looks really good. I will put a link to the original video where I found out they were missing, if you're curious about the diamond painting, where it came from, what it's called, all that stuff. So I will put a link in the description. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and in the meantime, take care, be safe, and wash your hands.